Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So we have Alliance War Season 23, War number 7. We have 5 fights this war, and this was a pretty good war for me. So first up we have a Sasquatch with Vigorous Assault. So I didn't really think much of this fight. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Yeah, you'll see what happens. So it's Arc Overload and Vigorous Assault. So while this guy has a regen buff active, he's unblockable. So I think the person that placed this guy thought that the regens in his last 30% were going to count towards this, which they do not, because it has to be a buff. As you can see, he's unblockable, and now he's not. So we decided to use Cap here. If I had Human Torch, I probably would have brought him, but I don't have Human Torch. And I figured Cap would be better at getting this fight down, which you will see was a very good choice. I feel like Human Torch is better for Sasquatch fights, just because you can melt them, but Cap did pretty good here. So he is unblockable here again, and you guys saw that parry, he parried. I have no idea why he didn't stun me, but he did for some reason. So we're going to go for an SP2 here, and it hits not that hard. And this guy is running Limber, and he just shrugged out my stun, so he's in Wrath now. So this is an Awakened Sasquatch, so we do have to deal with Unstoppable. And Captain America Infinity War does not nullify passive Unstoppables. So now this guy is unblockable, and he had Wrath, and I kind of got trapped in the corner here. I did survive, though. Glancing is a super good ability that Cap has. So that was pretty sketchy, but I'm alive. And I'm dodging all these SP1s, and I got parried here. And he only did a free combo and only one hit crit, which is really good. So we do another SP2, hoping it would crit. It did not crit. So he's unblockable again. Now we're trying to bait at this SP2. It's not going super well so far. And I'm at 22% health. And I'm kind of stressing out at this point, because now he's got the regen, and I have to deal with that. And I'm just trying to get this guy as low as I can. Actually, I'm trying to push him up to an SP2 before he goes into Wrath, because that's going to be super annoying to the Wrath. So now he's in Wrath, and he's about to go unblockable again, and I see this, and I'm like, oh shoot, I might as well just throw this SP2 and knock him back. And then I let this nice intercept here, push him back up to an SP2 so I don't have to deal with the SP1 again. And we're just dodging here, get out of the corner a bit. I'm at 13%/12% health at this point, and I'm just trying to survive here. I got him back up to the SP2. Nice dodge. I just get a little bit power, and I get the nice crit to SP2. So that was a super sketchy fight. A lot sketchier than I thought it was going to be. But we did solo it. So if we move on to Section 2, I have another thing. So really good that I did that Stealth Spidey rank up when I did, because 2 things in a row. So if you guys watched the last video, I did in fact die to things. So I was a little bit nervous about this fight. But it wasn't as bad of a node placement as the other thing was in the previous war video. So, and I'm just sitting here, and I couldn't start the fight. I started my pre-fight for some reason. I couldn't click any buttons. So I was just making sure I could click buttons when I reloaded the game. So now we're good. So I go into this fight, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do so much better this time. And straight off the bat, I got hit and triggered my evade charge. So that was like the worst start possible, because now I can't get my crit buff right away. And if you guys saw my last video, the big problem was I did not get my crit buff at the start. And that caused me to not be able to deal enough damage to kill the thing. So we got our slow up, and I didn't go for the light there. I have no idea why. And I realized that I should have. So I'm just kind of sitting here, and I didn't know what to do. But I decided my best option is to go for an SP2 and get the slow off that way. So now we have the extended duration slow, which is actually a good thing. And as you guys see, we are dealing like no damage right now because we're not really landing crits. And the whole thing about Thing is you need to land consistent crits to be able to outdamage his physical resistance and the Vigor node, because the Vigor is a pretty big heal on this thing. And we are down 40% already, and this guy's down 4%. So we're not doing great. I just got that refresh on the slow, and I blocked last hit to go in, and we are doing pretty good so far. So we are going to refresh our cartridges, And things at 83%, so we are kind of out damaging him, but we are 72 hits into the fight, which is not ideal at all. So now he's down to 69%, and we got this SP2 to dodge, and we're going to have to refresh our slow soon, but my evade charge is back up. And so now I'm going to be going for a SP1, and that was a little bit sketchy there to go for that. Block on the SP1. Now I'm my crit buff, and just watch this guy melt. So he's at 60% right now, and this guy's just going to get destroyed. His health just disappears. So, yeah, Stealth Spidey was great for this fight. If I could have gotten the crit buff earlier, that would have been way better, but I didn't, sadly. So we just kind of had to deal with that. And as you see, this fight is over. 121 hits. So that was a really, really long fight, but we did get the full attack bonus. And next up, on the hardest node of the path, we have Lionheart, nothing Aspect. Lionheart and Buffet. So basically, we don't want to be reducing the healing of the Buffet node. But with Magneto, you just kind of shut everything off. So you don't really have to deal with Lionheart at all. And if it does pop up, usually the degen won't trigger or the increased potency. Like, the odds of everything going wrong in this fight is so low that it just doesn't happen. But it can go wrong. But if it does go wrong, which it has for me, you won't die. You lose about half of your max health if Lionheart does trigger and you get that degen on you. But it's not that terrible. And as you can see, I'm just doing some heavy counters in the side of my Infinity War, building out my prowess. And if you saw there, Buffet did consume all of my prowess buffs, but he didn't heal at all because of the heal reversal on the magnetism. And we're just doing more heavy counters, and this Iron Man's already down pretty much half health, and I haven't even launched an SP3 yet. So yeah, this fight's going really, really well. I'm trying to build a few more prowess up before I launch this thing. We only have 16 prowess, but as you're going to see, this does, in fact, kill Iron Man. So, super easy fight. I'm at 96% health, so that fight was no problem at all. So, we're going to skip to later in the day, and we're, a little bit glitchy there. We're going to be taking the Hulkbuster Mini linked. So, there is no audio for this. Apologies. But the link was, I believe, 65% bonus armor, which wasn't a problem at all. So we are just going to go in here, and the plan was just to race up to an SP3, even though the strike counter Fury node is up. I do have reduced power gain, but it wasn't a problem at all. Just took a few more heavies than usual. And the SP1s weren't a problem either. I did trigger Stubborn a few times, but that still was not a problem. And yeah, as you're going to see, this fight went super, super well. He's already down about a fourth of his health, and we haven't even launched our big attack yet. As you can see, we were almost there, even though there's reduced power gain. As you can see, those little two symbols that don't want me to be gaining power. So we dodge another SP1 and another SP1, and I believe we lose our prowess here, which kind of sucks, but we're just going to build up a few more. Yeah, I don't really know why those aren't triggering, but they aren't. Okay, we have 43, which is kind of a weird number, but who cares? And if you guys see, I am at max health here. So this special 3 does not kill Hulkbuster, but it's pretty close. And we are going to finish with almost maximum health. So that Hulkbuster went super, super well. So now we're on Mini Boss Island, and we have a Warlock with Hurt Locker. So now we have audio back. Sorry about the last fight. But this Warlock went pretty well. We are going to be using Magneto again. As you guys can see, he is less than 100 health short of max health. But this Warlock has Hurt Locker and increased combat power rate until he's at the SP1. And the SP1, the first hit is unblockable. And you guys are going to see the SP1 being unblockable and coming faster is not a problem at all. We are building those infections passives a little bit fast, but the plan here was to get up to an SP3 before that happened, but I took few too many blocked hits beforehand. So I'm just going to get power drained and degen a little bit here, as you're going to see. Degen isn't that big, but the power drain is the more annoying part, as you guys can see my SP2 about to disappear. Yeah, back to that's fun. But now the infection's over, because the infection has reduced duration for each unique buff on you. So all your unstoppables and prowess reduce the duration by a lot. So we're just going to block most of the SP1. Why not just block it? Magneto is almost perfect block chance. And as you're going to see, Warlock is a metal and bleed immune opponent. So this SP3 just destroys Warlock. So that was another super easy fight. So I don't believe I took a screenshot, but this war we did in fact win. We did really well, and I myself got 8 defender kills. Don't really know why that happened, but I had a ton of defender kills. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next video.